Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our daily show. We're going to be talking about the Prize Picks NBA slate for March 12th, Taco Tuesday. We've got
Taco
seven.
Tuesday.
we got. I wasn't sure if we are going to run it back, but we did. We have 7 games. Yeah, we have 7 games. The board still looks kind of tough to me, but we did find a couple of plays that we're excited about. And before we break all this down, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen and they'll match your first deposit up to $100. They're going to double what you put on. So if you deposit the whole 100, you'll get your 100 and they'll give you an additional 100. Just make sure you throw that code in and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell just so you can jump on these plays before they get bumped or removed. And guys, thank you so much. You did it. You got the night video over 200 likes. So Jordy is going to be dropping League of Legends Prize Picks slip. He's going to take his time and make sure he gets it dialed in. Like he actually a lot of times will go super deep into the research, which is great because his slips have been hitting. But yeah, I don't know. He'll just look at the board and try to see if it makes sense to do a 4-man or a 6-man. But thank you so much for hitting that like button, getting us over 200. It helps us just get in front of a larger audience. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed if you're new to the channel because we will be dropping a League of Legends slip to the community section. The games won't be until like after the NBA slate, but he's going to just keep checking on the value of the board through the day using our tools like Daily Grind and whatnot. And we'll get that slip out to you at some point. But yeah, if there's a situation where he needs to just chill for a little bit because he's not liking what he's seeing, we'd rather just get you guys the best plays possible.
I'll try to get it out before the NBA games start. That way,
cool.
Because I'll get into it here in like 2 hours and try to really dial it in. So, but
Sweet.
There's some good games, so hopefully I can find some good value for tomorrow.
All right, well there you go. So yeah, if you guys don't mind, just do us a favor and hit that like button again for this video. Just help us continue to grow. It's the best way to support the channel. Just pressing that button is all we need from you. So thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you getting us over 200 last night. So here are the plays that we're going to be covering. I'm going to be taking Kyle Kuzma. I like his fantasy score today. I like him over 42.5. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm just taking Jalen Green for 1 dunk.
Sweet. I like that play. We were also looking closely at Sabonis's dunk, or it's 1.5, right, for Sabonis?
Yeah, he just hasn't hit it ever against Milwaukee, but he has been dunking more lately. So if you guys like it, you can roll the dice on it.
Yeah. It was on our radar a little bit. We were both almost took it at one point, but then it's like it feels a little bit like it could be a trap. So go with your gut.
He's only done it 21 out of 62 games this year, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, so like a third of the time he's hitting that. But he's done it a lot lately, so Prize Picks, it almost feels like bait, but yeah, but all right. So before we break down our plays, just want to tell you guys about Daily Grind. They're a sponsor of the show. They are more of like a partner. We've been partnered with them for a while now. We love all of their fantasy tools. And if we're on my screen, I'm going to just hop over to the Optimizer real quick. This is the DFS Optimizer. This is our favorite tool for research, really. It helps us find tools. Right now I have it set to search for Kyle Kuzma. Since I'm taking that play, but this is awesome. It shows you the odds to hit. You can change the sport you're on. You could go to League of Legends here and you can have all of these selected. So you can just see across all sporting platforms, what are the best plays according to Daily Grind. They give you an odds to hit indicator. They give you their own like unique odds that they put out for each play. And then they compare it to all the other odds makers and platforms. It's a very excellent tool. They're giving all of our viewers 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR. You can go to dgfantasy.com or there's a link in the description of the video, but definitely go check that out. Take advantage of that. But now let's break down this play. once again, I'm going to need to refresh because I haven't refreshed this yet, but it looks like it actually just did. Let's take a look at Kuzma here. I actually really like this play a lot. We have a 219 over under, and the Wizards are favored by 2.5. Both of these teams are dealing with injuries right now. If we hop over here to Outlier, the reason I decided to go with fantasy scores because I want a little bit of everything. I don't believe Marvin Bagley's out. Now Rashawn Holmes is out as well. So that power forward, center, whichever you want to go with, like the big man position for the Wizards is just hurting right now. So Kyle's going to be getting plenty of minutes. So I wanted a little bit of everything. I want some of his PRA. I want some of his defense, which he's actually been doing a decent amount of lately, the last 3 games. So he's gone over this line of 42.5, 3 out of his last 5 games. You can see the minutes lately, back-to-back games, knocking on the door of 40 minutes. Still just averaging 2 fouls a game, so not getting in foul trouble. Shooting 49% from the field on 20.4 attempts per game, so he's taking a lot of shots. 37% from 3, which isn't crazy, good, but it's not terrible. Taking 6.6 3-pointers per game and sinking 2.4 of those on average over the last 5. 81% from the free throw line, 7.4 attempts per game, and averaging 34.8 minutes per game. So I'm liking the way all this looks, but if we come over here and take a look at what he's been doing on defense too, like I was saying, he's been active on defense these last couple of games. 3 straight games. So against Orlando, he had a block and a steal. Charlotte, he had 2 blocks and a steal. And then against Miami, 2 blocks. So, with the exception of Charlotte, these other 2 games were like pretty tough matchups, and he was still getting some stuff done on defense. The matchup on paper for blocks and steals is pretty juicy. Memphis is 24th as a team in steals allowed and 28th in blocks allowed. Now, the reason I bring that up is because with fantasy score, you get 3 points for every block or every steal. So that can add up quick. We usually look for guys that are active on defense when we're taking fantasy score instead of just regular PRA. But yeah, going back to let's take a look at the matchup for the PRA real quick, because it doesn't break it down on just fantasy score. So if he's going power forward, it's a little bit of a difficult matchup, but nothing like extremely scary, just a little bit above average. They're 8th in points allowed, 7th in rebounds allowed, 7th in assists allowed. So he should be able to get a little bit of everything done. If you go over to the center position, which he might be having to play the 5 tonight for a little bit, like he has been, they are 19th in points allowed, 27th in rebounds allowed, and 6th in assists allowed. So here's what really made me feel comfortable about this play, though. So his last game, he went for 50.8 fantasy score, and that's with 4 turnovers. So even like if he ends up having like a high turnover game, he still dropped 50 fantasy score against Miami. So that's not like the full selling point for me or anything like that. I wanted to get something of Kyle's in this game because of Rashawn Holmes being out and his minutes being pretty secure right now. But I don't think Memphis is, a scary team right now to, have any sort of blowout potential for this game. So, back-to-back games with 45 PRA, getting some blocks and steals in there as well. I just feel very comfortable taking this today. So, we're going to be taking this for more. I think that pretty much covers everything. And then let's hop over to Daily Grind and actually take a look at what they've got this at. So they do have it favored to go over at 51.2% odds to hit. It is at a -104 though, so a little bit of mixed emotions there. But the main thing is we're getting it at 42.5 on Prize Picks. All of these other odds makers and platforms are not giving it to us that low, so we're getting it at a deal. The lowest is 42.8. which can make a difference, when you're talking about so many different factors. Like literally his entire game is going to be scored with this fantasy score. So I feel comfortable taking this. Again, I just think out of necessity with Rashawn Holmes out and Marvin Bagley out, he's going to have to be very active there. And I feel comfortable taking it. If you don't, just fade it. It's not a big deal. We just want you to take what's comfortable for you. We're just showing you what we're getting into, but I like him to be able to go over this, especially since he just went for 50 against Miami with 4 turnovers. So that's a turnover. You lose a point every time they turn the ball over. So he got 4 points taken from his score and he still hit 50 against Miami. So I think 42.5 against Memphis with a couple key players missing, that's going to affect his minutes, make him play longer. I feel really good about this play. All right, Joey, I'll pass it over to you now, bro.
Cool, man. Yeah. So before I get into breaking down my play, I just want to tell you guys quickly about Chalkboard. Definitely going to be playing some tonight. Chalkboard is a really fun prop betting app, just like Prize Picks, where you can, the only difference is you can set your own lines. So like I could take, let's say Jalen Green's points at like 16.5. They'll give you that base line, and you can bump it up or down and manipulate the multiplier on it. So I can bump it down and get a lower multiplier on it. So I could go for like 14.5 points and take the over, and I could get a lower multiplier on it. It's like a 1.1x or a 1.3x, or I could bump it up to like 18.5 and get like a 2 to 3x on it. And you can actually protect your own plays with their shield play option now. So it's really cool. You should go check them out. They're giving all of our viewers 100% deposit match. So if you use code backdoor at checkout, you can get that full 100% deposit match up to $100. So great deal. They're iOS only right now, but the Android version is coming in just 6 days. It's coming on March 18th. So definitely stay tuned for that. And we're excited for the future of that company for sure. They're really cool. But cool. Let's get into my play here now. So I'm taking Jalen Green for over 1 dunk. This is pretty easy to cover. It's just, he just needs to dunk. But this dude is a high flyer, man. Like, if you guys have watched Jalen Green play, the dude loves to dunk. And that's what we want from this. There's so many like 7-footers and like people who are like 6'8 to 6'11 in the NBA who just don't like to dunk, which is crazy. Like, if I was that tall, I'd be aiming that thing any chance I could. And like the old heads back in the day, everyone dunked. So it's like crazy that these 0.5 dunks are like even a thing. But Jalen Green loves to dunk the basketball. He's hit this in 12 out of his last 20 games. And, some of these games, he has 2 and 3 dunks in these games. Against San Antonio, he's hit this in every game except for 1. So I feel pretty good about this. Obviously, Wembanyama is going to be a difference maker because, he's just that dude. But he has hit this with Wembanyama in the game. He did it on the 5th of this month. He had 1 dunk in that game. So with me, in the history of this play, I feel very comfortable taking this dunk. There is some other dunks on the board that I kind of liked. I liked Miles Turner's dunk, but he has burned me before, so just be careful, especially against OKC. They're pretty tough. The Sabonis one is just, it looks good over the last 5, but that's kind of the whole picture. He doesn't really dunk a whole lot. So yeah, just be careful with the dunk props, but the Jalen Green one is definitely my favorite one. They got Giannis bumped all the way up to 3 now. I mean, he can easily hit that, but just be careful. But I like the Jalen Green one the best for sure. Obviously no daily grind on this one because it's just a dunk prop. But if you look at the injury report, unfortunately, poor Alperen Şengün, he looks pretty hurt. He had to get wheelchaired out, so they're missing him. No Cam Whitmore, no Steven Adams, obviously. So he's gonna get plenty of minutes. He obviously does anyway, but he'll probably get a bigger increase, I would imagine, with Cam Whitmore being out and all that stuff. So I feel really good about this play. I think he could definitely just get 1 dunk for us. So with the history of him doing it against San Antonio too, it feels really good to me. So that's all I have to say.
All right, guys, that's the 2 we're rolling with for today for Taco Tuesday. Last I checked, I think so. Yeah, this Maxi taco that's on the board and available right now, 21.5 points. Go with your gut. I'm fading it. It's not even going to be available, I guess, by the time this airs because it's ending in 12 minutes. But if you faded it, then we're on the same page because I saw it and I was like, his first game back going against New York, maybe he'll crush it. That's a low line for Maxi for sure, but it just wasn't enough of a deal for me to want to like jump on it, considering the situation. But hey, we hope you guys have a great day. Looking forward to the rest of these tacos. We'll be in our Discord evaluating all them and putting together more plays, and you know, getting into League of Legends tonight as well, after the NBA slate. So if you guys are interested in checking out our Discord, it's about 50 cents a day. There's a link in the description of the video. Just go through that link, go to server subscriptions, and just subscribe, and it'll unlock all the channels for you. And I forgot to mention it, but if you guys are interested in checking out Outlier, that is the statistical analysis app with the red and green bars on it. That is a very crucial app to what we do. They're the best in the business when it actually comes down to breaking down stats. So between Daily Grind and Outlier, you're just completely set to go. We use those every single day, like all day, when we're putting together plays. So we've partnered with them. If you guys want to check that out, there's a link in the description of the video. They're just going to give you 7 days to try it out yourself, and see how you like it. So risk-free 7 days. Go take advantage of that. And yeah, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks again for getting us over 200 likes. That's a huge help to the channel. It's a little bit slower time of year post All-Star break. So it just helps us out a lot getting in front of a larger audience. We appreciate you guys for hooking us up with that. So have a great night, guys, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.